Steph, how much better did that locker room feel after kind of exhaling probably after what you've been through the last week?
Yeah, it felt really good. And I think the way we did it too, we had to show resilience in that fourth quarter. We had to find ways to come together and dig in and get stops and make plays. It was probably, outside of game one, the most consistent we've played throughout the course of 40 minutes. So, I'm proud of this group. Sticking with it. It wasn't perfect, but we found a way to get it done.
That was the main thing
Yes.
the other two were talking about. And in addition to that, McDonald being a huge contributor.
Yeah, 21 assists on 30 made field goals is huge. That's how we want to play. That's how we have to play in order for us to be successful. We got to get that ball moving. I think we had, something like, 8 assists on 10 made field goals in the third quarter. That's when we're going to be at our best. The ball's going to be moving. Multiple players are going to be touching it. It finds the right shot on the floor. I felt like in that fourth quarter when things weren't going our way and we went in that lull, we got a little bit more tunnel vision and started trying to make plays instead of allowing them to develop. But that was big time for us. And Aari was terrific. She came in and she was the ultimate point guard. She got us settled when we needed to. 5 assists, 0 turnovers. That's huge. And not just that, she set the tone on the defensive end, and that was big time for us.
Lexie talked about half-second basketball just now, and I know you've emphasized 1 second, half-second basketball. Just how have you seen that develop over the course of these past couple weeks?
Yeah, well, this was the best I've seen it. It hasn't been that way as much, and we have our tendencies when things are really flowing. You see it, and you can see it develop, and you can see how it gets us the best shot on the floor. I think our challenge or our growth edge is to be able to do that in times of a little bit of adversity, right? So when things aren't necessarily going our way and everybody tries to be the one that makes the play that turns the tide, we still have to let the ball find the right play. We still got to get it moving. I still think we got to get AB more touches. She doesn't have to score it, but we've got to be on time and on target in our passes to her. But facilitating through AB in multiple areas on the floor opens up things for us so much. So we've got to be more intentional with that too.
Kelsey mentioned that obviously Aari was a consummate pro and showed up prepared, but how hard is that? You coached at a high level, you played at a high level. We talk about that, be a pro, but to really be that, how hard is it?
Well, it's not hard when you want the job, right? And I think the thing about point guards is she's got that mindset. She was watching film on the flight here. We ran things that she didn't go over in practice. She just knows it from watching the film and from going over it with AK and from the whiteboard discussions that we've had. That's not everybody can do that. That's a point guard mindset and a point guard mentality. And I thought she just did a great job. And, she's hungry, number one. But number two, she knows how to play. And she's a dog on defense, and we needed that.
The end of that second quarter through the third quarter, it felt like you found an offensive groove that you guys maybe haven't been in as much since Caitlin went down. Was that, is that the half-second basketball, the ball movement you're talking about that attributed to that stretch of play?
Yeah, it is. We want to get to half second. I think we're still at 1 second. But, I don't know, realistically when that gets to that point. But it is. It's much more like that. Now, you get to get moving. You attack closeouts. If you have to dribble the ball more than 3 times, it's too much, right? Like you got to shoot it, drive it, or move it. And I thought we did that throughout the course of a good period in our second quarter and third quarter. So that's the challenge. That's the goal. We'll show them again what it looks like when we're really moving it. And then hopefully they can get a sense of what it feels like when you're in a rhythm. Oftentimes we say it's like making music, right? It's like a dance. It's a rhythm. It's all of those things.
I guess for both of you, just getting your first win after a 3-game losing streak, how did it feel?
I'm just proud of our group for staying with it. Obviously, we can't control injuries. We can't control any of that. But I think we had 2 really good practices this week. And to be able to come out and get a win after that, I'm just proud of us for fighting. And also just really proud of Aari for coming out and providing just some incredible minutes, 27 minutes. And she was ready. She stayed ready. And we needed every single one of those. And just really proud of the group today.
Kelsey, to go back to Aari, what was it like to just have another lefty out there with you and seeing her contribute the way that she did on both ends of the court, not just offensively to give you all ball handling, but she was locking up as well?
The ultimate pro. She did an unbelievable job of coming in yesterday and, really knowing the plays. Kind of like we somebody said in the locker room, we feel like you knew the plays more than us. Or, she just kind of was on it. And I think it just goes to serve, like, to show what pros are and how they're supposed to operate. And she did everything amazingly and with such grace. And I think for us, we could use what she brings to the table offensively and defensively. She can guard the ball. She can get us all positioned to get shots. And I think more importantly, she's fun to play with. So I think we get a collective great guard all the way around.
And Lexie, how much do you think you've grown as just a shot creator? 4 assists tonight, putting the ball on the floor. You had a little pump fake, shot, just things like that adding to your game.
Just learning from Kelsey. But honestly, I think just like a big focus for us is 0.5 basketball. Get the ball, do something with it, either drive, pass, shoot, and just trying to make those right reads and make them quick. And I think that helps just when our spacing's good, those reads are way easier. And I think that's really what it comes down to. I think our team just played really well together, and we got to spots and we made the extra pass. And I mean, we shot, I don't remember what they said, but a lot of our points were off of assists. And that's all we can really ask for a team. So just really, again, I'm just so happy with the outcome of the game and how everyone felt out there. It was fun.
Lexie, that third quarter you finished with 31 points. Felt like one of your better quarters since Caitlin's went down. What was working for you guys in that third quarter?
Moving the ball, finding the open person, making shots. But I think more than anything, it starts on the defensive side and getting out and running and playing fast and just sharing the ball. I think, our team looks really good when the ball is fast and moving and hits everybody's hands and gets in the paint and goes in and out, in and out. It's harder to guard. So I think that's what you saw in that third quarter. And, I wish we could have 4 of those 31-point quarters, maybe one day.
More to that, do you think it was that ball movement that ultimately led Lexie to that success from the three-point line where you guys dominated tonight?
1,000%. I think our ability to drive and get angles and be able to find and touch the paint with 2 feet and either, score and/or get these threes that you're talking about, it kind of just serves to everyone kind of getting a rhythm and everybody finding a way to kind of be impacted through the game. And I think the more that we do touch the paint, the more that we do get drives and play inside out through AB and Didi and them like that, I think it just kind of, you're going to see more open up for us. And so I just think we got to give ourselves some grace, but stay patient.
Last couple of minutes, they went on that big 14-0 run, but then your last 3 field goals were all layups and then free throws. So you clearly saw something with attacking the ball.
Oh, man, I think Brittany Sykes and her team did an unbelievable job of trying to go down our throat down the stretch of that game. And so I think we aimed to withstand the runs, and I think that we did a good job of trying to, kind of stay in it, because when people score on you, you don't know how to stop it at times. And I think that we just stayed really, really resilient, because it could have went the opposite way. We would have had another conversation, but I think we did a good job of staying grounded when they did make that run. And I believe that our team trusts one another in order to make and get stopped. So it's a collective effort for everything when it comes to people making runs at us.
I believe your last game played in WNBA was against the Fever. So what was it like to be a part of the team and also just being ready, as they say, to be a pro and go out there and perform?
It felt good tonight to finally get back and just the team, the players, and just the fans, sports staff. They all were very welcoming and make sure, I had everything to be successful tonight. And, man, just shout out for the win. When your number's called, you got to be ready to deliver, and I felt like I did just that. But obviously I'm not satisfied, but grateful we got the win, though.
Can you walk us through your preparation? Steph highlighted a lot where you're watching film on the flight and then getting together with AK and then I think Bree as well.
OMG. It was a lot. That part made me anxious, just coming in, not knowing the system, not really playing with the players. But, yeah, it was a lot of film sessions by myself, just rewatching stuff, and a lot of film with AK, just asking questions. I feel like a lot of people don't ask enough questions. So just being a sponge like these last couple of days, and I think that's helped me tonight. What specifically were you trying to watch on the film, like the flow or player tendencies or plays? Plays, okay. Player tendencies, where my teammates like the ball, and just, paying attention to the scout, being a pro, just paying attention to the little details.
Yeah, Steph talks a lot about 0.5 second basketball. Just how does that fit in with the pace you like to play and just the style you like to play in?
Yeah, just my style of play, just playing fast. When I was home watching games, Indiana was one of the teams I watched. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see myself, playing. But great system, and I'm happy that they made me comfortable enough to play my game. So it felt amazing and just exciting.
You hear the term all the time, like be a pro and stay ready, but I would imagine it's easier said than done. So as a competitor, what are you doing to kind of just stay ready, and what's that challenge to just challenge yourself in those moments?
But for me, these past couple weeks been tough. So I just been working out, just staying ready for my numbers called, and just honestly just being grounded, and just not just basketball stuff, but just little things like meditating, just making sure like staying myself, never getting too high, getting too low. 'Cause, anything can happen.
What have these past 48, 72 hours been like to go from not with the team to playing almost 30 minutes tonight?
It's been crazy, but I mean, I'm confident in the work I put in, the preparation these past couple of weeks. I mean, I know what I can do, and just the team made me feel comfortable, and they know what I can do as well. So, just taking that and just applying it to the court, it made me feel better. Just no pressure at all tonight. Just going out there and playing my game.
Where does that hunger, fight, whatever you want to call it, come from to just scrap for something when you don't know what's next? Like if someone tells you, okay, you're going to get this opportunity guaranteed, but nothing's guaranteed. So how do you approach that?
Survival mode. I'm in survival mode right now. I gotta eat, just this is my job. So I mean, just gotta be ready. Gotta leave it all out on the court and just, this is an audition. Either for the Fever or for another team. So just, just playing my game and just being relaxed.
Right before you checked into the game, Duana was talking to you for a good amount of time. Sid was talking to you in the huddle, Steph, everything like that. How big were those vets in helping you develop and communicating with them on the court?
They were really big. Just making sure I'm comfortable, making sure what to run and just what to put us in. Just me asking questions. I'm kind of like a perfectionist. I want to get stuff right, but I know it doesn't happen that way. But just want to make sure we all on the same page and everything is running smoothly.
And then I guess the last one for me. Mentality-wise, how much of it is just like, okay, I've watched all this film, but like I just got to go hoop at some point. Like defensively, I don't know if you're watching film on like what you do defensively, but how much is that just your personal mentality?
For me, just on the defensive end, I'm hungry. I don't like my person to score me, and it happened a couple times, but I mean, it was frustrating. But it's just next play mentality. But I mean, again, I'm in survival mode, so I gotta be hungry. Gotta have that hunger, that grit, and I think. That just, I've always had that in me. So, I mean, you can't take it out. But it was definitely brought out tonight. I've been quiet and with that in my last couple of years. But, I mean, tonight and this team, the staff, it brought that out of me. And it felt amazing. And I had fun.